It's raining tacos from out of the sky. Tacos, no need to ask why.
Just open your mouth and close your eyes. It's raining tacos. It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine. Don't worry about it. So, as you heard there, we are not the only people here today again.
Here's the thing.
Yes.
So, today's episode is going to be about films.
Yes.
And because Gerard has never, ever seen a film in his life.
Never.
And never gets any of the references, I try and refer to Back to the Future. I try and refer to Lord of the Rings.
Back to the Future.
Great Scots.
I try and refer to Lord of the Rings.
Yes.
I try and refer to Star Wars.
Well, no one has seen Lord of the
try and
Rings.
refer
you
to
can't
James
wear
Bond.
a shirt
Right.
with
With Gollum on it.
Yeah.
and not know about Lord of the
Well,
Rings.
this is a gift from Even, so.
This young man right here is our friend Stephen.
Yes.
And he's going to be helping me since Gerard has never, ever seen anything that's not
Absolutely.
related to bloody theatre.
He's a Gen Z, that's why.
Right. He was only born last week.
And you guys
so-
are what? Gen Jurassic or something like that?
No, come on, we've established. I came in on a meteor 4.5
That's
trillion
right.
years ago.
That's true. Stephen, you've seen the TikTok of him coming in on a meteor.
So
Yeah.
let's just take you back in time, because once upon a time in a galaxy far, far away,
Indeed.
before the JavaScript
Before,
was created.
So you know.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We were going to have a podcast with Stephen here called the Lordcast.
Indeed.
So
Yes.
Lord Nick, Lord Stephen, and Lord Gerard.
Yes.
So this is sort of a
Sort of
What
a
if?
reunion. Yeah. What would happen if we actually did go through
I
with
like
Indeed.
how to what if.
that? Yeah.
So this is the What If episode. This is the first official episode of the Lordcast.
Yes. We are changing the title from the JavaScript to
I've
the
actually
Lord.
changed your guys' names in my phone. Yeah. Well, you were always Lord McRae.
Yep.
And
Yes.
then you're Lord G Money.
Lord G Money. Hold on. We have a sound effect for that, I think. Hold on. Where is it? It should be like
This is ridiculous. What the hell is taking so long?
That's probably my favorite.
you.
See, Stephen appreciates it.
Yeah, you appreciate it because you like dumb stuff. Hey, no.
It's also because he has to edit it, and he sits there listening to me squeaking for hours on end.
Yeah, I'd like to edit all of that out if I could, but unfortunately I can't.
It'd be
Is it
so
this
much less
one?
fun.
Nope, that's Rick rolling.
You just rickrolled yourself.
I just Rick rolled myself. Indeed. Which one is it? I'm just gonna keep. I'm just gonna keep pressing random buttons. Yeah.
No, it's not the Wii theme song.
Duh, 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 duh. Yeah, no, I can't find
What
it.
were you thinking of?
I always thought
It was a
that the
cha-ching.
intro for you.
It was like a cha-ching.
It's on TikTok all the time.
Yeah.
And I hear it before I see it. I'm like, oh, yeah, I know.
That's them.
I was thinking of the cha-ching, sound effect that I added not too long ago.
I guess you're not so G Money anymore.
I guess I'm not so G Money.
Unanimously, you are the weakest link. Goodbye.
It's not that one.
I am the weakest link. Goodbye.
You are, because you can't find the bloody cha-ching.
Yes, I know.
Anyway.
I added it too, and it was like,
You know what I still don't get is how you just quoted a song before we started recording, but you've never seen movies.
yeah. That's kind of an anomaly with me.
Yeah.
Is that I can
sounds like from the
reference songs.
50s.
Yeah, I can quote
Yeah,
songs.
he
I
was
can
talking
reference
about
songs.
6 at 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock. Rock.
Yeah,
Just
But
literally.
not movies.
No.
Nope. Yeah.
Like, I brought up Austin Powers the other day, and he's never seen that.
Austin Powers.
Austin Powers.
Oh my
I've seen
Lord.
James Bond, okay? And they're the same
Which
exact
ones?
thing.
Yeah, which one?
Which one?
All of them. Most
Bollocks.
of them.
The newer
Bollocks.
ones?
All of Daniel
What the-
Craig's.
what's
That's not all of them. There's 26 of 25 of them. That's like saying I saw Iron Man, therefore I've seen all of the Marvel films.
Yeah, indeed.
Wait,
Isn't that the truth?
Sean Connery was the OG one.
Yeah,
right?
he's
Yeah.
the
Oh,
OG.
rest in peace.
Well,
Sean Connery.
there was
Sean
actually
Connery.
someone before Sean Connery.
Who
It
was
was David Niven. He played a spoof James Bond.
Ooh.
I've only seen the Sean Connery one.
It was Casino Royale before Daniel Craig's Casino
right.
Royale. But it was from like 1957,
Yeah.
and Sean Connery was in the
But
60s.
hey, you can trash on me all you want for not having seen movies. There
Oh,
are
I will.
some song references here that you guys don't get. I mean, good luck, babe.
I might surprise you, but I feel like,
Yeah, it also, if you start quoting bloody Wicked or Hamilton, then I'm not going to get it.
No one mourns the wicked. Okay.
Anyway,
Okay.
so today's topic, to do with films,
Yes.
is separating the actor from the character.
Indeed.
Now, the inspiration for this, Stephen, have you ever seen Ted Lasso?
I've seen, a little
So
bit.
I've never actually seen it. I've only seen clips of it.
Yeah, same.
Because I don't have bloody, what is it? Is it Apple?
Amazon?
Or
Apple
Amazon?
TV?
Is it Apple?
I think
or
it's
Amazon?
Apple TV.
Okay.
I don't have that. And
Nobody has Apple TV.
No,
Don't worry about
exactly. But in the series, there's a character called Roy Kent, and he is played by a guy called Brett Goldstein. He's the one who's really deadpan and has no reaction, but he's also like the enforcer on the team. And he retires at the beginning of the season, and he's like an assistant coach, but he just has no reaction to anything. But when you see him in person, he's like the most kind, down-to-earth, funny, like he wants to be a stand-up comedian.
The
But
complete
in the
opposite
show,
of his
the
character.
complete opposite of his character.
Okay, I get what you mean.
So there's a little bit of that. It goes in a different direction halfway through, and you'll see what I mean by that, because
Okay.
it's not just actors.
He does become
it's
his
famous
character.
people. But so,
What are they famous for, though?
well, here. So we'll start off with a dual role.
Okay.
We've got Tom Felton and Jason Isaacs.
Oh, I love Tom Felton.
So that's Draco and Lucius
Yes.
Malfoy.
Yeah.
And the thing that made me think of them was, so you know in the second film when Lucius Malfoy like hits Harry with the cane?
Yes.
There's a take where he actually hits Daniel Radcliffe and he stays in character. And then as soon as the director says cut, he's like, "Oh, my darling, are you okay?"
I don't
But
think
in
I've
the-
seen. Is it like a blooper that's publicly available?
You can find it, yeah. But he literally, he has this scowl on his face and he's just hit this kid and then, "Oh my God, my darling, are you okay? Oh, I didn't mean to hit you that hard. Are you okay?" It's just such a juxtaposition. And then Tom Felton is like the complete opposite from Draco Malfoy.
Yeah.
Like,
And here's the thing, right? Because like I see it as how good of an actor Tom Felton is.
100%.
Because if he can do that, because Emma Watson essentially just plays herself.
Yeah.
She's just herself.
She is Hermione.
That's like-
She's
yeah.
not doing anything. Like she's just like, so she would react the way Tom Felton would have if she actually hit Harry Potter or Daniel Radcliffe,
Yeah.
right? But Tom Felton, right? Stone cold.
Yeah.
Yeah, Stone Cold Pro, right? No reaction to his face, just hitting him, and then,
He's
just
the
like, oh my
funniest-
God, I'm so sorry.
and it's a bit like another one from Harry Potter is Ralph Fiennes, who plays Voldemort.
Yes.
So
I love him.
there was
Yes.
an interview with, I can't remember who it was, but they were saying that he would just not stop cracking jokes. And then the director would say action, and he'd just go straight into Voldemort and be genocidal. But everyone else is still laughing from the fact that he's just been cracking all these jokes.
Yeah.
So he'd be like, I can imagine that. He'd be like cracking a joke and then be like, Harry Potter, the boy who lived.
You know what's crazy?
Oh,
is
Mona Kadabra.
I hear his voice, but then I think of Prince of Egypt. Did you guys ever see that?
I've heard
A
of
long
it.
time ago.
He played Ramses.
He did.
Oh,
He
did
played
he?
the brother,
He did,
and,
yeah.
Val Kilmer played Moses.
Rest in peace, Val Kilmer.
Yeah, R.I.P.
Bless him.
And then,
Indeed.
that movie was actually a star-studded film.
Yeah.
Because
really was.
Sir Patrick Stewart was the father of both of them.
Oh, he was.
Jeff Goldblum was, I think, Moses' brother. Sandra Bullock was his sister.
Damn.
Sorry, a little tangent.
It's like an
but-
all-star.
Yeah.
So don't worry.
Don't worry about the tangents. You're in good company, trust me.
Yeah, we go on tangents like literally every time.
Yeah.
Like every second, every 5 seconds.
Those are good people. I get what you mean.
Yeah.
though.
Yeah.
So the next one, and I think you'll appreciate this one. It's just going to take me a minute to explain why.
Okay.
Does the name Ewan Rion mean anything to you?
I know Ewan McGregor.
It's not. It's not. General Kenobi.
Yes.
Maybe if I heard
General
what he did.
Kenobi.
So
Sometimes I don't know them by name.
you'll definitely know as soon as I say his character's name.
Okay.
So the first time I saw him, he was in a TV show in England called Misfits. And this is actually a good idea for an underrated. I know you haven't seen it, but you
Okay.
should watch it and then do an underrated.
Yes.
But so Misfits is about these teenagers who were in like the British equivalent of like a juvie. Like they're all in the orange jumpsuits and everything like that.
it
And
in
they're doing
Glasgow?
community service. I was trying to think of what city it's in. I want to say it's in London.
Oh, okay.
The
But I
name
think it might
Misfits
be
is
in, like,
kind of
Bristol
on
or
the
something.
nose, yeah?
So, but they're all like bad kids. Like they're all criminals.
Yeah.
Except for his
Proper naughty
character.
boys.
Absolutely. Proper
They're
naughty.
the naughty,
Roadmen and
they're the
all
naughty
that.
boys. Little bit of naughty.
Just quoted the
Breaking the
gentleman.
rules.
I'm up on the lingo.
Proper
It's
naughty.
kinda, you know what that
Proper
reminds
naughty
me
boy.
of is when that scene in Harry Potter where they were like walking. It's like, and Hermione was like, "It's sort of exciting, isn't it? Breaking the rules."
No, I'm in the
Gentleman.
The gentleman, yes.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Proper naughty boys.
Proper naughty
Proper-
boys. know
Naughty
that.
boys.
Yeah, oh, Charlie Hunnam. But so the Misfits, they're all like criminals, like they're beating people up and arson and all that kind of thing. Well, they all get superpowers.
Okay.
And it's about them dealing with the superpowers.
Yeah.
Well, Ewan Rion is this really he really shouldn't be there. He's this like nerd who was in the wrong place at the wrong time. And he's really shy. And like everyone picks on him because they're all tough and he's really shy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But the very next thing he's in, he's Ramsay Bolton.
Damn, that's crazy.
He turns into a literally the battle of the like he is,
So he really took that part of
Yeah.
that and then just took it into
yeah, but then
Game of
you
Thrones.
see him in real life, and he's like the chillest, funniest, like down to earth
I
guy.
feel that way
Like-
about I don't know his name, the guy who plays Joffrey.
Oh yes, yes, absolutely.
He's a
Did you know
bastard.
he's the kid in the second Batman? He's
Yes.
Commissioner Gordon's son.
Was it the second or the first one?
No, it's the second one because it's the one with Harvey Dent.
Yeah, you're right.
So he plays Commissioner Gordon's
I actually
son.
learned that a few days ago.
And then he literally went from that to bloody Game of Thrones.
Oh my god.
So
The only classic Batman that I've watched is the George Clooney one, Batman and Robin.
Okay,
I think
those are okay.
I still think that it is one of the funniest parodies. Well, I don't think it was meant to be a parody. That's the thing, right? But it still accidentally was the funniest bat credit cardiest.
Did you see the Flash, the new one?
Yes, I did.
Okay, so you saw that he showed up as Batman.
Yes, he did.
Michael Keaton, I'm Batman.
No, that's George Clooney was
It's like a deleted post end credits.
Oh yeah. For the post end credits, George Clooney showed up as the Batman.
Yeah.
Right. And
Oh,
that's what
yeah,
I'm
I
talking
did hear about that, yeah.
Yeah. So George Clooney and
Because he thinks he's gone back to the right, spoilers
But
for anyone who
also-
hasn't seen The Flash.
But also,
And they probably
Yeah.
thought it was shit.
Well, here's the thing. I actually haven't seen it. I just saw a breakdown video about it on
Oh my
YouTube,
God.
so I know what happens.
but also that Batman with George Clooney was the first time I've ever seen Poison Ivy,
oh, yeah.
and
Was,
she was
yeah.
my sort of
was it
awakening.
Uma Thurman?
Was it Uma? It might have been Uma Thurman.
I think it was
yeah.
Uma Thurman. Yeah.
Or is that the one with
Let me
Val?
just go to the library. Hang on a minute.
Yeah. Hey Nick, watch out in the library, okay? Be careful.
Oh, not again. What is it? Is it Batman Begins?
And
Batman
Robin.
Forever.
And Robin. So that's the kind of dumb shit that we do on this podcast, Steven, is that we act like
Oh, it was actually Batman and Robin, and it was Uma Thurman.
yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So that's the kind of dumb thing that we do on this podcast is that whenever Nick has to look up something, he pretends
He's going to the library.
he opens
I actually do go to the library.
he opens the door
Yeah.
and goes to the library.
But occasionally I'll fall in the pool.
Yeah, I call it the Citadel.
Right? Yeah, right.
And
gotcha.
you know, if
Oh, yeah. Just with
any-
less crazy religious zealots.
if any of what he does annoys you, you can just do
Stop paying me.
I can't believe you've done this.
so this thing is loaded with sound effects. Just saying, you'll have fun. We'll have fun. So no.
I was actually just watching Top Gun. Really?
Oh my god.
And that tune was actually in my head the whole
So,
here.
perfect segue.
Oh nice.
Hey.
Ooh, I
so
love
the
Tom
next
Cruise
one I have-
movies. So just saying.
Have you seen Valkyrie?
Valkyrie. Ooh.
So it's the plot to kill Hitler.
yes, that's
But Tom Cruise.
Quentin, right? Quentin Tarantino's movie.
Is it?
We talk about like
No,
Mission
Tarantino is,
Impossible or Top
Inglourious
Gun or
Basterds.
like
That, okay, okay.
But no, Valkyrie.
That was a good one.
So it's about Colonel von Stauffenberg, who in real life, he was part of the plot to kill Hitler.
okay.
So what they decided to do, as is tradition with Hollywood films, is they just got a bunch of British people to play the Nazis,
Of course they did.
except for Tom Cruise. And he's playing Colonel von Stauffenberg.
Okay.
And as much as I love him in Top Gun and Mission Impossible, he just plays Tom Cruise. He doesn't play a German officer.
Even in Tropic Thunder, he was just Tom Cruise
Absolutely.
in a fat suit.
Yeah, he's in a fat suit. But it worked in those films, whereas this is a serious film about the plot to kill Hitler. And it's just Tom Cruise going around without an arm because
With
the
an
guy
accent,
with an
yeah.
accent,
With
not
a
even
patch, right?
with an eye patch.
Yeah.
He's still
Oh
got
my
a really
God.
thick American accent.
It's kind of like, do you guys remember that movie 1917 where Benedict Cumberbatch plays like this big private at the end of the film? He was like,
Isn't that the one that messes with time a lot? Because it's
No. It's so 1917 is a World War I movie. It's like this. It's like it's like this one continuous shot.
Well, that's what I mean. It messes with time a lot.
Yeah,
'Cause it's
a little
Christopher
bit.
Nolan,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
He's the wide shots, right?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
his, like,
Indeed,
staple.
yeah. And when I see Benedict Cumberbatch there, he just feels so out of place playing a soldier. Yes, I know, it's the British, right? And
Well, we only have like 6 actors,
That's true.
and 3 of them are being Doctor Who at any given moment. So
So when is
Sherlock Holmes.
exactly.
when is Benedict Cumberbatch going to be Doctor Who?
Well, he was too busy being Sherlock for the first go around,
Yes.
And Smaug.
and Smaug. Yeah.
yes.
So you wouldn't even know that, would you?
No, I know the Desolation of Smaug,
Oh.
and I do know about the Hobbit.
Have you ever
Okay.
seen the footage of him in the mocap suit?
Oh, no, I saw that.
He
Oh, my
does the
God.
motion for Smaug,
I
and it's
would
just
hate
him. It's just him going around growling.
There was a
pretending to be a
movie.
dragon.
There was a movie when he did like a southern accent. It was so bad. What was
southern
that?
Are you sure that wasn't
Benedict?
Daniel Craig in Knives Out?
No, it wasn't Daniel Craig.
That's a great film, by the
That
way.
was a great one.
Awesome.
100%,
God.
yeah.
Yes.
I love
So
his
if it's
accent.
like
Absolutely. And I
yeah.
still haven't seen the second one, but the first one was incredible.
Yeah. So obviously, films that are like past like 2010, right? I've seen.
Past-
Sometimes.
When were you born?
Last Thursday.
Last Thursday.
Early 2000s, baby.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm a Y2K baby. Oh man, yeah, you guys got surprised that I mentioned Y2K, huh? Yeah.
Did you even know what that was about?
I know what that was about. It was like the calendar switching to the year 2000
But
Well,
do
no.
you know why it was a big deal?
because like the servers were going down or something
Yeah,
like
they
that.
thought all the computers were
Yeah.
going to stop working.
Yeah, everyone thought it was
Yeah.
the end of the world. Just like, was it 2012 or something?
Yeah, 2012 because of the Mayan calendar, and then we had
See,
the,
I know things.
We had the
I know
6th.
things.
We had the 6th of June 2006 because of 666.
Yes.
Everyone thought that the
Yeah.
devil was going to be incarnated, and like so. Speaking of devils incarnated, so this is
Segues are just on point.
The Devil Wears Prada.
this is where the list takes a turn.
Oh, shit.
Ooh.
Oh, sorry.
You can say that again, just with a.
Oh, shoot.
So first one we're going to go for is Kevin Spacey. Now, do you know why Kevin Spacey is controversial?
Because he's Kevin Spacey.
Well, so Kevin Spacey was one of the most respected actors in Hollywood.
Yeah,
he was
of
in what was it? Seven? It's a Seven because it's got 7 in the middle of the name, so it's really weird. He was Kaiser Sose in The Usual Suspects. He was in American Beauty. He's been in all sorts of films, many awards. Then he was in House of Cards,
That was a great
He
film.
was?
Or
and
show.
Yeah.
do you remember that he wasn't in the last season?
I remember the whole, like, drama behind it. Yeah.
Yes. So there was drama behind it because he was part of the fallout from the Me Too movement, because it turned out that he was one of the people that was going around being a bit too touchy-feely.
Yeah.
And he was using his... how can I put this? His status as Kevin Spacey
To what? You just. Nick, that's not the intention of that. That's supposed to be for funny sexual moments, not me
Well, if
too.
you knew what was
Like,
going on when it was going on.
okay,
yeah.
those are funny moments, Nick. Don't make it. Ew.
Yeah, no, he was a great actor.
I mean, to be
He was
fair,
in a lot
I
of
pressed the
things.
wrong button. I was trying to go for the other one.
The-
I've been feeling fine.
That played out.
This one?
That's the one, yep.
Yeah, we're gonna get copyrighted
So-
for so many of this.
It's all right. I'll just
like-
put the squeaky voice on and start singing. And
Nope.
it'll be fine.
I might actually. You.
Just wait until you hear the episode that we recorded before this.
Yeah.
I had to fight him for the squeaky voice because I was trying to sing Timber.
That annoys me to no end. Him putting on the squeaky voice.
You know you love it, really.
No, I don't.
So, but yeah, so Kevin Spacey, literal fall from grace. Although I don't know why anyone's surprised, because have you ever seen American Beauty?
Steven, that's a question for you.
No, I'm trying to think. I feel like I have, but it's been years if I did.
So the premise behind American Beauty is there's this quite well-off middle-class guy. He's married. He's got a teenage daughter. He starts fantasizing about his teenage daughter's best friend.
I don't think I saw that one.
And if I remember right, because I haven't seen the film for a long time, I don't think she's 18 yet.
Yeah.
So
That's usually how it is.
it's all about
Foreshadowing.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Yeah,
So
duh.
it's all about this guy's infatuation with his daughter's friend.
Mm-hmm.
And then all of a sudden, 20 years later, it's like, maybe he wasn't playing a character. You know?
Subliminals.
Exactly.
Yes.
So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Maybe that's like what people were probably wondering. Is like, oh my god, he's such a great actor. He can play this guy who's infatuated with with his daughter's best
if you
friend
saw him
so
in-
well.
if you saw him in
I wonder
Seven-
why.
It was 7, right?
Yeah, 7.
That
Yeah.
was
He's crazy
Brad
in
Pitt,
7. Yeah.
Morgan Freeman.
Yeah.
What's in the box? Do you know that phrase?
What's in the box?
box?
What's in the fucking
And
box?
what's her name?
Sure
Who
I
plays,
do.
Pepper Potts.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
Gwyneth Paltrow. Yeah.
Gwyneth Paltrow. Yeah,
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 she was in that one too.
yeah.
Her head was
Sorry,
in the box.
7 was
Spoiler.
from like
Oh, yeah.
2001. So
Yeah.
Yeah, I
That's-
remember
he
him
wasn't born yet.
from 7. I
Yeah.
think Superman Returns
Oh yeah, he
And
was
then-
in Superman Returns. Yeah.
because he played Lex Luthor and then House of
Yeah.
Cards.
Yeah.
I was just an
Yeah.
idea in my parents' head by that time, so you know,
Sure you were.
Even then. So
you can't really blame me for that.
So there's not really a segue for the next one. But
So you didn't buy us any segues?
no,
Man, I would have loved to ride a Segway.
I knew where you were going with that. I was trying to move along before you made the joke.
Yeah, you know,
It didn't work.
it didn't work. Sorry, Nick. You could have interrupted me with a squeaky voice, but you obviously did not.
Oh, I still can.
I love that one.
Stephen approved.
Yeah, but you know that Steven approving anything.
It makes you pay attention more because you're like, what the hell?
What's going on here?
Yeah.
I do pay attention more, yes, but for all the wrong
No,
reasons.
for the listeners, it makes
Exactly.
them pay attention more.
No.
Hello, my pretties.
Okay, you're done. You're done.
Am I though?
Yes,
Am I though?
you're done.
So speaking
You're
of
done.
being done,
Uh-huh.
this is kind of a weird segue.
Oh, God.
Especially because
What
this is
did
a
I
really
just-
dark joke.
Okay.
So the next one isn't necessarily separating characters. However, it's watching Alec Baldwin in anything post-shooting.
Oh.
Baldwin.
Oh.
Because
Yeah.
Because here's the thing, like, I listened to a lot of podcasts around the time of when that was happening. Mm-hmm. And first off, what the hell was the quartermaster doing? Because why do you have live rounds on the set anyway?
Right?
And then second off, I'm going to go off on a bit of a tangent here, but Alec, you're American. You should know the difference between a blank and a
Yes.
fully loaded gun.
Yeah.
Because there's a weight difference. So it's like,
Obviously.
you should know if you pick it
Yeah.
up, it's like, oh, this feels a bit heavy. Anyway, bang.
Bang.
Well, I think with the props, they have blanks, so they're still
supposed to.
rounds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But there is a weight because it doesn't have the gunpowder.
Maybe.
So there's a
okay.
weight difference between the two.
Very
Do you
true.
guys think
Couple grams
possibly that even the blanks, like just so it looks right when they're holding it, they actually add weight to that, so you couldn't tell the difference?
No, it's you're supposed to act.
Oh, you're supposed to just. Oh, you mean acting involves acting? What the heck?
It's a bit like, in Star Wars when they have to cut out the sounds that they make because everyone's going pew, 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 pew.
Or like,
I think they have people on set making that
There
for
are.
them.
Ewan McGregor
like
said
cues.
that him and Liam Neeson had to have like
Yeah.
all the audio cut
Oh
out
my
'cause they were just
God.
going mew, mew, mew,
Yeah.
mew, mew, mew.
Yeah, because they need a cue, like,
I think the funniest instance of that is since we were talking about superheroes earlier, the CW shows, the Supergirl, the
Oh, yeah.
Flash,
Yeah.
right? There was a behind the scenes of them recorded where the Flash has to start sprinting and Supergirl has to start flying, right?
Yep.
And then so freaking Grant Gustin just like did that and then like jumped for a bit and then jumped back down and then the camera pans up and then Supergirl's like, I'll get it from the set.
I don't think I could ever be an actor because I don't see how bad that looks. How awesome that looks,
Right.
Yeah.
The
It was
action
just-
shot.
Yeah, and there was no sound of it because a sound stage has to be like completely dead silent,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, just like our sound stage here, it's completely dead silent.
No, it's not. The real life audience, they're always got our back.
Yeah, but they're just okay. Thank you, live studio audience, and thank you, air horn guy.
Yeah, there's always an air horn guy
Absolutely.
somewhere.
Absolutely. But yeah, so yes, it's just that like thinking back to that, I'm just like, oh my god, like I mean, sure, for sure, in the moment, it's kind of like you're playing a D&D character and you just visualize the action happening in front of you. But then you actually having to do it and pretending like, that it isn't so awkward and so silent.
I just imagine him doing a Super Mario and going, woohoo!
Have you guys ever done LARPing or seen it?
I've seen it. I've never done it.
Mia.
There you go.
Yeah. So, well, not LARPing. I think Nick has been doing some D&D campaigns.
Yes.
I've
Yeah.
actually sat in on a few of those. I've never participated.
Oh, yeah.
And I don't know if it was the drinks in me, but I was like, this is actually getting
Yeah.
intense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would
It
you
can,
like,
especially if you've got a good DM who can actually
Yeah.
implant the image in your head,
Yeah, indeed.
So
I nominate Brennan Lee Mulligan.
Do
He's
it.
absolutely awesome as
He
a
is.
DM. Do you
He
know
is.
who that is, Steven?
I do not.
Yeah, indeed.
we'll show you some videos. But speaking of LARPing, have you seen The Mandalorian?
I'm ashamed. Okay.
Oh!
Is this a safe place?
It's a safe place.
Are
No.
you sure?
No.
Can
I'm
we
just kidding.
can we listen and don't judge?
Okay, fine.
I haven't seen
Fine.
any of the newer Star Wars.
Shame.
So there's something that I've seen that you haven't seen.
well, this is more your speed because your generation.
Indeed.
Yeah, the classics all day,
All over it.
seen them.
Yes.
Since I was a kid.
Well, here's the thing. So I
Prequels
I
over
hadn't got
sequels.
onto
Han shot first.
I hadn't got onto Clone Wars and all of that until The Mandalorian came out. I watched both the seasons that were available, became obsessed with it, and then binge watched Clone Wars, Rebels,
Yeah.
watched everything that was available because it was just like Mandalorian. Have you ever seen any? And I'm not directing this at you, Gerard, because there's no point even asking you.
Okay.
Have you ever seen any of the old Clint Eastwood?
Oh, yeah.
Westwood.
Clint. It's because I was thinking of
That's his brother, Westwood.
I was thinking of Westworld. The Clint Eastwood Fistful of Dollars.
Yep.
It's like that, but set in the Star Wars universe.
Okay, that seems more attractive to
Yeah,
me. That
it's
seems more
really
my
cool.
speed.
You
And
need
the
to
fact
watch
that
it.
Pedro Pascal plays the man.
And Pedro Pascal is incredible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pedro
And,
Pascal is...
That I thought of because I was like, this seems more my speed, but what was the first one, like Rogue One or something?
Rogue One's really good. Rogue One literally leads you into episode 4.
Yeah,
I hear that, but there's too much now.
But no, honestly,
Yeah, there's a prequel to Rogue One called Andor.
which that's great as well. I haven't seen season 2 yet
Isn't
because
that
it just
new?
landed.
Didn't that
The
just
season
come out?
2 just came out.
Yeah.
But season
that's
1,
what it
that's
is, yeah.
incredible.
Yeah.
But The Mandalorian. So I forgot where the was I going with this? You distracted me.
Sorry.
My attention span is so short.
Rogue One, Mandalorian.
Rogue 2 and Rogue 3, you know?
I forgot what was. Since I can't remember where I was going with The Mandalorian, I can't remember what was going
Oh
on
my
there.
God.
So we're moving away from actors. We've got 3 musicians.
Okay.
We've got R. Kelly, P. Diddy, and Michael Jackson.
Why?
You had to.
Why?
Because the question
The most
is,
controversial.
Yeah.
question is, can you listen to any of those songs and think about them the same way?
P. Diddy and R. Kelly are nope.
Not P. Diddler.
Michael
the
Jackson, I will still bump to this.
Because Michael Jackson
Absolutely.
is still
Yeah.
ambiguous. Nothing was ever proved.
Yeah.
But Jackson
Yeah.
5.
Yeah.
Before he was
A,
white.
B, C. As easy as 1, 2, 3. No.
You knew
You
that.
just had to turn a good thing into a bad thing.
But he sounds like Michael Jackson, so
Right.
it was kind of.
It's like he's in the room.
Yeah, it was for the culture. No, but Michael
You mean
Jackson.
the
I
room
was
where it
still-
happens? That's a Hamilton reference.
You've been struck by a
Smooth criminal. So the reason I bring them up is because, like we were saying, it's like the films. Can you look at Kevin Spacey's characters the same way? Can you
Probably
listen
not.
to what's the bloody R. Kelly song?
Ignition.
There's a remix to it.
The remix to Ignition.
Yeah.
I would have. I was
The
about
Flirt.
to say a different song, but then I realized I was thinking of Machine Gun Kelly and not
Oh,
R.
God.
Kelly.
Okay.
No, not Machine Gun Kelly. I went to watch Fall Out Boy, and Machine Gun Kelly was opening.
Oh my God.
I didn't want to watch Machine Gun Kelly because she's a. And so
That's a choice word. Jesus Christ.
I agree. He tried to go for Slim Shady. and
Right?
right.
Slim Shady tucked him in a bed.
Absolutely. Put him in the grave. I got to the arena just as MGK said, "Thank you, Vegas," and walked off the stage. I was like, "Yes, perfect."
I mean, he was an opener anyway, so it was
yeah, exactly. So, but yeah, it's like, what the bloody hell is the R. Kelly song I'm trying to think of?
I don't know. I can't pick your brain.
It's like something about flying.
Free. No,
I think it's like a graduation song almost, right? Is that
I
the
think
one?
so. Yeah, it's like
I think it had like something in like kindergarten.
Let me see, where
I
is
think
it?
I know what you're talking about, but I don't remember the name.
because I think I've still got it on my phone, even though it's.
I think I've wiped every R.
I believe
Kelly
I can
song.
fly.
I believe I can
There you
fly.
go.
That's it.
That's the one.
Believe I
I
can
can
fly.
fly.
But then,
See-
now listening to it, it's like
I don't
you
think they're playing that at graduations.
you wouldn't really want him flying above you just in case.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I bet him and Diddy are, rooming it though.
Oh my god. I still remember
Yeah.
that line in Macklemore's song "Thrift Shop." Smells like R. Kelly sheets.
The ad-libs was, yeah.
That one was.
Oh, Macklemore.
Yeah. Oh, Macklemore.
He was great live as well.
Yeah.
Going off on a tangent.
Yep.
So-
Absolutely.
Speaking of going off on a tangent, because I think we've had enough of the
Going on a
musicians,
sine and cosine
the,
tangent,
the,
you know.
the kiddly fiddlers.
You mean P? You mean P Diddler?
That one too.
P. Diddlers.
P Diddler.
We're moving into the world of authors.
Yes,
I might have to
love.
set this one out, guys, because you guys know I can't read.
Well, here's the thing.
I'm dyslexic.
It's dyslexic. Even if you've never read the books, you'll still have seen the films.
Touche.
Yes.
Touche.
It's just kidding, Rowling.
Just kidding, Rowling. Oh my god. Yeah. So, just kidding, Rowling is now. She's getting a lot of. I don't know.
J.K. Rowling.
JK.
Yeah. So
JK lol.
JK LOL. But she's getting a lot of hate because, like, rightfully so.
Absolutely.
Because she's transphobic,
Yeah.
right? And she, oh my God. Like, okay. I can, in my opinion, right? Because I'm still a big Harry Potter fan.
Yeah.
Recently, I went to Universal. And I got a wand from Ollivanders, and I got butterbeer and
Ollivander's.
Ollivanders.
The
So-
wizard, the
Yeah.
the one that chooses the wizard, Mr. Potter.
Indeed. Yeah. So I still love Harry Potter.
peace.
And I like to think that J.K. Rowling is a completely separate person from Harry Potter.
I agree, because if
Right.
you look at the world that she created,
Yes.
it's all about inclusivity and becoming,
Yes.
becoming something bigger than yourself.
Indeed.
But
Yeah.
there's also a very dark theory, and I think I've told you this about this one before. Have you ever heard
Okay.
the goblins theory? No. So there's a theory that the goblins in Harry Potter represent trans people.
Oh, God.
And the reason the
Yeah.
theory is there is because if you think of the goblins in Harry Potter, they're a lower class of citizen.
Mm-hmm.
They are someone that you don't want to be associated with.
Mm-hmm.
They are usually underhanded, out to get you, which is pretty much how the trans community is being
Yeah.
portrayed.
I have
I think
a
that's
feeling.
a stretch, but also, why does everything have to include every type of gender?
But that's the thing, it doesn't.
No.
But she's going out of her way to
Yeah.
be transphobic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
in
So
this
it's like-
day and
So
age,
you
it's-
see-
Because
Yeah.
it's like the difference is, so the new Harry Potter series
Oh, yeah.
is
Not
going
happy about by the
too
way,
far
but-
in the
No.
other direction by having a black Snape.
Yeah.
Now, the thing with that is, if it wasn't specific in the book that he is pale, sallow, and, all the other words that they
Yeah.
use to say that he is effectively as white as that wall,
Yeah.
then it'd be fine. like Filch.
Yes.
Nothing in the book says that Filch is white. He could be an Asian guy for all we know. But Snape is literally the only character
Yeah.
where it specifies that
So-
he is pale.
Moving on to a different book, because that's an interesting point that you pointed out.
I could
So-
unlock a lot with that, by the way.
Yeah.
I have
Yeah.
very strong opinions about it. I'm not anti or against anything, but no one's ever happy. Like, look at Little Mermaid,
Yeah, but
Yeah.
it's one of those things where it's like,
Well, in the Little Mermaid, like the original book, The Little Mermaid, right? It wasn't specified that Ariel was a white person.
when I think the thing for me
She was
is,
a mermaid,
the
half
thing-
human, half fish.
The thing for me is, there has to be rationale behind it.
Yes.
If you're doing it for the sake of doing it, and that's the reason I bring up
Yes.
Snape, is because they're doing it for the sake of
Yeah.
of having a black Snape. There is it's not, and nothing against the actor. I'm sure he's a great actor, but it's like I said, you could have had him Filch, you could have had him
Yeah.
as Flitwick, you could have had him as any of the other teachers.
Yes.
but you're doing it just to prove a point that you're being inclusive.
Yeah.
And inclusivity for inclusivity's sake is not inclusivity. It's on your nose. It's on the nose that, hey guys, we're
like, hey,
this.
look at this. Yeah.
We're so great.
Yeah.
It's like there were rumors, since we were talking about James Bond, that Daniel Craig's last film, there was going to be a female James Bond.
Yeah.
And everyone was in uproar about that. Naturally.
Yeah.
Because it's James Bond.
Yeah.
If you want to have a female James Bond, then write a spy film
Jamie
about
Bond.
a female James Bond.
Jane
Jane
Bond.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Write a book about Jane Bond. Just like how
I agree with that.
they made a female Sherlock Holmes in Enola Holmes.
Yeah.
They made it Sherlock's sister.
They made a female G.I. Joe with G.I. Jane.
Exactly.
You know?
Like, or why not have that, not use the IP and make your own bloody story?
Indeed.
It
Yeah.
could be like a whole new franchise.
Yeah.
Exactly. And
I mean-
and it would be a better franchise. Like Tomb Raider.
Yeah.
You wouldn't have a male Tomb Raider. I mean, you could because it's Indiana Jones.
Yeah.
But like, you wouldn't have have Lawrence Croft.
Yes. Yes.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
So it's kind of like so we were talking about Poison Ivy earlier, right? So imagine if somebody made Poison, I don't know, Ivan.
Yeah, Poison Ivan. Yeah, exactly.
Poison Ivy is actually the name of the plant.
Yeah.
So
Poison Ivan. And then you have, instead of Harley Quinn, you have
Harold Quinn.
Harold Quinn. Yeah.
Quinn. Yeah. So it's taking an established character and just changing it for the sake of it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Group.
And at the end of the day, it's not even, no one was asking for it. They did it as a cash grab. And that's what makes it even more dirty, because it's like, if people were clamoring for it, if people were like, you know what, we think that Snape should be black.
Yeah.
Then it's like, you know, I still wouldn't be happy about it because the book specifically says he's not. But it's like, at least there would be a reason behind it.
There's always going to be two sides of the coin.
Oh, of course.
Indeed. Yeah.
On one side, it's like, oh, you know, we're trying to
not
put,
always-
a black African American
But
actor.
it's for all the wrong reasons.
Yeah.
And it's like, for example, go in the other direction.
Yeah.
You have a white guy playing Jesus.
Yes.
Jesus was not white. He was from Palestine.
What about a woman?
Right.
Right. A female. It's kind of
I'm
like
not sexist. I'm just saying.
Josephine Christ.
there was a
Or Alexandra Hamilton.
Yes. I was showing you a clip from a show called Superstore.
Oh, yeah.
Right. There's one character there named his name is Bo Derek Thompson. And he is a very political guy. He prides himself as a political rapper, right? And political rapper. He's like one of those SoundCloud rappers,
so
right?
Controversial.
Yeah, yeah. So in one of the episodes,
Let's give it up a Tyree.
Yes, indeed. So in one of I think it was literally the second episode, there was like a jingle writing contest that they were trying to enter for the store.
Nice.
Right? And a jingle writing contest. And then
Leave the holidays alone.
Yeah. And he just spews this sort of extremely political rap. And then after that, his girlfriend was like, I don't think there are too many corporate jingles that say God is a black woman.
And I don't think he should be rapping about it. He doesn't sound of that lineage.
That's a bit like the South Park film, which you definitely haven't seen that.
No, definitely not.
They
killed Candy.
Well, they get to heaven, and it turns out that the Mormons were right all along.
I've seen. See, that's a funny thing. I haven't seen a lot of South Park, but I've seen the Book of Mormon, which is written by Trey Parker and Matt
fair.
Stone,
Although
the
it's
writers
funny.
of South
I
Park.
think you should watch South Park.
Yeah, South Park's hilarious.
So I haven't seen a lot of South Park, but I've seen the major episodes. You know, the one where Cartman cooks that guy's
Scott Tenorman.
parents, Scott Tenorman's
Give
parents
me your
into a
tears,
chili.
Scott Tenorman.
Yeah.
My favorite is Lord. I forgot whose dad was Lord, but
Yeah, I know who you're talking. Yeah,
Yeah.
My
And then I've
favorite
seen
was
the
I love
clip.
me some Lord, but that episode was funny.
my favorite was the World of Warcraft episode.
I don't think I saw that one.
I've seen that episode where this is a clip that everybody knows. It's like, why don't you suck my balls, Mr. Garrison?
What did you say? Oh, sorry. Why don't you suck my
My
balls,
balls.
Miss Garrison?
Oh my god.
The other one was they made fun of 24. And
Okay.
instead of counting down for 24 hours, it's counting down half an hour.
Oh my god.
But Hillary Clinton visits Denver,
God.
South Park.
Lord.
and
no.
Someone's implanted a nuke inside of her. And
Jesus.
then they're trying to figure out who it is, and they think it's because this was during the Iraq War. So they think it's they think it's these two Iraqis that have moved in, and then it turns out that they're working for the Russians.
Oh no!
And then it turns out that the Russians are working for the British,
Not the Russians.
and the British are coming over on a
Nick,
wooden
I
ship
think
to
if-
come and take America back.
I think if we did a full episode on South Park, I think we would be canceled by the time that we're done.
All you would hear is just.
Why did you have to,
And then you.
And,
What the-
and, yep.
Steven? Why would
Steven
you
gets
say
it.
that? Why would you say that? Why would
Steven
you say
gets it.
that? Why would you say and
Hey, South Park said it first.
okay?
Simpsons did it.
Oh my
Remember
god.
that episode? Simpsons did it.
The Simpsons. Who's that guy who predicts Nosferatu? Is that guy? No.
Nosferatu's-
Nostradamus? Is that the guy?
Nosferatu's fucking Dracula.
Oh, is it Nostradamus then?
Nostradamus.
Nostradamus. I was like Nosferatu. What the fuck? But yeah. So Nostra.
The only one of Nostradamus's predictions that kind of made me like, ooh, was he had one about a world center and something about a flying machine, and it's like, ooh,
Yeah.
maybe Mr. Nostradamus,
Yeah.
maybe you had something about the World Trade Center going on there.
Yeah. Was he the one that predicted his own death with the comet?
Maybe.
I think that might have been somebody else.
I know it was a famous philosopher.
But I wouldn't doubt if Nostradamus predicted his own death
Yeah.
with with like very scary accuracy. Because that guy is actually psychic.
Well, so the thing is, I forgot who it was, but someone was born during a comet.
Yeah.
I don't think it was Haley's comet. I forgot what comet it was.
Yeah, it was Jennifer's comment. Yeah.
I think you're thinking of Jennifer's Body, which I'm pretty sure you still haven't even seen that movie.
I know who Megan Fox is.
Yeah, but you don't know the movie.
Yeah.
And I know who Amanda Seyfried is.
Oh, God.
Right? And I know that one scene in Jennifer's Body that everyone knows about.
Of course you would.
Yes.
It's probably on your search history still.
Yeah.
Hide the lotion
Right? Yeah.
and the tissues and the socks.
Run.
Indeed. Moving on.
Anyway, well, that was the end of my list because I knew that by the time we got to the end of this list, we'd be at like 45 minutes. So my question of the week,
Okay.
and I'm going to pose this to you two.
Okay.
Sure.
What is an actor that you can't, or a person like J.K. Rowling or P. Diddy, that you can't see past their actions and you can't
actions.
see the character any longer?
I would say Cillian Murphy, but have you guys seen Oppenheimer?
Yeah.
Oppenheimer is brilliant. Yeah.
Amazing.
How mad would you be if I said I hadn't seen Oppenheimer?
I wouldn't be surprised, but it came out
man.
last year.
Yeah, no.
I
I've
actually
seen,
just watched it on
Yeah.
Thursday night.
I haven't seen
I've seen-
Oppenheimer.
Damn.
I've seen an
I
hour
was
and
there.
20-minute long breakdown of it. So I've practically
Yeah, no,
seen
it's a
Oppenheimer.
3-hour-long movie, so it takes commitment.
And here's the thing.
I was there
saw
for-
the other half. I saw Barbie.
I've seen. I was there for Barbenheimer. Trust me, I was there for Barbenheimer.
But
It
which
was
way around
awesome.
did you do it? Did you do Oppenheimer then Barbie, so you had a palate cleanser, or did you do it the
I
other
just
way
went
around?
straight
I did
Oppenheimer.
Barbie first because my mom wanted to see Barbie.
So you went and you
Yeah.
were happy, and then you became depressed.
Yes,
I
indeed.
was excited because I love history and science.
Yeah.
and
Oh
all
yeah,
that, and
Oppenheimer's great.
like
Yeah.
just when that atomic bomb went off, I knew that it was gonna be loud, like in the theater, like actually.
And then
Yeah.
it was silent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was the most scary part. But I think Christopher Nolan's like,
He's brilliant.
Oh, 100%, 100%.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, he'd just come off the back of Interstellar, so
Yeah.
it's like so.
also another great one.
also, yeah, highly recommend it.
Here's a-
Matthew McConaughey.
All right. Hey, I will hear no disrespect about Matthew McConaughey.
Matthew McConaughey.
Hold on, that's a fellow Texan right there. You better watch where you say.
Matthew McConaughey does he barely acts in Interstellar. He plays himself, basically going to space.
Which is fine.
Okay.
I have one. It's probably like a little side one.
Do it.
Jeremy Renner.
Interesting.
He's Hawkeye.
Yeah.
I've seen him in other things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like The Town with Ben Affleck.
I don't
seen
think I've seen
that
that
one?
one. No. Was that a horror film?
No, it was a thriller. They're basically like Ben Affleck and Jeremy Renner. They just rob banks.
Oh, fair.
If you, I'm sure you've seen the clip. You're like, we got to rob a bank. And he's like, "Whose car are we taking?"
Oh yeah, it's like
That's the clip,
I
yeah.
don't. You can't ask any questions.
Yeah,
you
that-
need to get
that
a
one.
gun
Exactly.
or whatever.
And he's
All right,
just
whose
like,
car
"Whose
are we
car are we
taking?
taking?"
Yeah,
Yeah. That's
because
from
it's
that
always
movie.
one of those ones where it's like find you a friend that's like this or
Yeah.
something like that. Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, so I can't really see him past.
For me, it's like it's another Marvel character.
Fair.
The guy who played Kang, the Conqueror.
Oh,
Jonathan Majors. Now he's doing
Jonathan
other
Majors.
things.
But no, the trouble with Jonathan Majors
Yeah.
is because of the controversy around him.
Yeah.
It's like you can't see past him to
He might be
appreciate
back
Kang.
though.
Yes. See, but
There's
he
a
wouldn't
rumor he
be
might
like
back.
Interesting.
it wouldn't be the way I saw it because like when the Quantumania trailer
Yeah.
first came out, I'm like I was so hyped for this movie. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh my god, this is
So
gonna be so good.
I'm assuming you didn't
Yeah.
see Loki this season because he was in that. That's where
Yeah.
he was introduced.
I watched all of season 1.
Have you not seen
he
season
even
2
introduced?
yet?
No.
yeah, it was even introduced yet.
He was, yeah. He was right
the
at the
end?
end. Yeah.
Well, here's the thing. I got distracted after watching Loki by Moon Knight. I've watched
Oh, Moon
all
Knight's
of Moon
great.
Knight.
Moon Knight's great.
Moon Knight is awesome. Oscar Isaac, elite.
Oh,
right?
100%.
I loved him as
100%.
Poe Dameron.
100%.
Right. So so I was distracted by Moon Knight. What can I say?
Just trying to think. What's from the episode 7 where he's like, who talks first? Do I talk? Do you talk?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Is it
I
my
think-
turn to talk?
His monologue. I'm not
I think
gonna
it
lie,
was.
is-
Oh yeah.
I think it was
it's like
episode
minor
7. He was
monologue.
talking to Kylo Ren.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's like, so who talks first? You talk first? You talk first? Yeah. His
He's so
comedic
funny,
timing
bless
is
him.
awesome. But then, I mean, so okay, this is also like related to separating the actor from the role. Somehow Palpatine returned. There you go. But yeah, so we know that he was made to say that. He was forced to say that.
Does that one say Twilight?
Oh, that's actually another
Twilight
one. Yeah,
Zone.
Taylor Lautner.
Oh, I thought you meant Twilight is in like the sparkly vampire film.
Yeah, no, Twilight Zone.
Taylor Lautner.
Yeah.
I know he was Shark Boy and Shark Boy and Lava Girl, but
He was brilliant in Shark Boy and Lava Girl.
once I saw those two,
I love Shark Boy
when I
and
saw
Lava
those
Girl.
chompers, I was like, yeah, no. Even
No,
as a kid,
That's an interesting one.
Yeah.
Speaking of Twilight, is Robert Pattinson.
See, I like Robert Pattinson's role in as Cedric Diggory, obviously.
Well, that's the thing. Great Cedric Diggory.
Yeah.
He's brilliant in Tenet.
Yes.
And he's brilliant as Batman, in my opinion. I think he's
I liked-
better
yeah.
as Bruce Wayne. I think in the next film he has to focus on being more Batman than Bruce Wayne.
Yes.
But I think he was the first actor who broke into this sort of early Batman.
Yeah.
Because everyone
like
else
that
is
one too.
established.
Yeah.
Where it's like, this guy is,
Christian
he's still
Bale.
Bruce Wayne.
Yeah.
But I think Christian Bale was more of like the playboy Bruce Wayne.
Yeah.
Whereas Robert Pattinson cut into the Michael Keaton, like,
Yeah.
tortured soul Bruce
And George
Wayne.
Clooney had
the
a bad
very
credit card.
gothic side.
Very gothic.
Yeah.
Very gothic.
Yeah, I think in the movie
So-
he was like only
Yeah.
like 2 years in.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I like the fact that Robert Pattinson only had like the costume on during the night.
Yeah.
Which is how Batman was meant to.
Absolutely.
And while we were watching the Minecraft movie yesterday, we saw a trailer for Superman,
Which looks great.
which is awesome.
I think it does look nice.
It build bloody better because if this flops, then their
Yeah.
only hope is Robert Pattinson to keep
Yes.
on doing well as Batman,
Or-
because otherwise they're screwed.
Yeah, or after the trailers, we can also have some lava chicken. Steve's lava chicken, yeah, it's tasty as hell.
By the way, I'm not even kidding. Go and watch the Minecraft.
Go and watch the Minecraft
I-
movie.
it's-
Do it right now.
That's not censor. It's f***ing great. It is
Yeah.
fantastic. It really
Yes.
is.
Yeah, I still couldn't get that lava chicken song out of my head.
I was playing it all the way home.
Oh yeah.
The only thing that stopped was I started listening to the rest of the album.
Oh my god.
I know I'll eventually see that movie,
Yeah.
but
It's great.
Yeah.
There's-
If not,
it looks
yeah.
funny. I love Jack Black.
Jason Momoa is great, and it's funny. Every scene where it's Jason Momoa and Jack Black, it's just Jack Black and Jason Momoa, not
Yeah,
even in character.
so that's
Yes.
It's just them just
It's
being
just them.
hilarious.
Yeah.
So-
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I think we have sufficiently reached the end of this episode. You have your
This is the end of the world.
Oh, I got another actor. Sorry.
Oh, nice. Do it.
okay.
My alter ego, the Lord Commander.
Absolutely. You know
Kit
nothing,
Harington.
Jon Snow.
Yeah, Kit Harington.
You know nothing, Jon Snow.
And,
I'm gonna take you guys. I'm gonna let you guys take the lead on this one because obviously, yeah.
Obviously Daenerys Stormborn.
Absolutely. That was one I was going to put on the list was Cersei, because Lena Headey is nothing like her character.
Yeah,
Damn.
that's also very true.
Yeah. But Cersei is it.
Did you know her and Did you know her and oh crud, what's his name? The guy who was always friends with Tyrion.
Oh, Varys?
Braun?
Varys?
No, not Varys. Anyways, they were married together in real life.
Oh, really?
And they were divorced, yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Fair.
Nice.
He was also in John Wick 3, if you've seen that one.
I've seen all the John Wicks. I love John Wick.
Yeah, he was
John Wick
in
is
John Wick's great.
awesome.
yeah, he's the one that Halle
Are you guys
Berry
gonna
took
see the
him.
new ballerina?
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
I want to, absolutely.
Yeah, of course.
You know, speaking
Nice.
of Game of Thrones and John Wick, Theon Greyjoy's in the first one.
Oh yeah.
He's the Russian.
Yeah, he's the is this it?
yeah.
Kid
Yeah.
that
John Wick's dog. Yeah.
and killed the dog.
Yep. Rest in peace, the dog.
Yeah, R.I.P.
Speaking
I
of
would do the same.
Lena Headey, you bastard. I mean, you. Do you know that she's in 300?
Yeah, she plays the wife.
She's the wife. Yeah. She's Leonidas' wife.
Yeah, Gerard Butler's wife.
Yeah. Another.
I don't
great
have
film,
a
by the
wife.
way.
Okay. That's because of his new tag, Gerard Butler.
I think that's a perfect joke to end on. Is I don't have a wife.
Yes.
This is what.
Indeed.
Have you even seen that movie?
I
He
don't watch a
probably
lot
only
of.
knows the one phrase.
Yeah,
Say
this
the
is
phrase.
Sparta. This is Sparta.
And that's all, folks.
That's all, folks. Well, thank you guys so much for listening for this week's episode.
Thank you, Stephen, for coming on the pod.
Oh,
Yes,
I'm so
sir.
glad to be here.
Minecraft Steven.
I
You guys
I'm
can call
Steve.
me Lord
Hi.
Commander of the Mummies Tomb.
Yes, indeed. Well, thank you guys so much for listening. We will see you next week. I don't think we have a guest lined up next week. Spoiler.
Who
alert.
knows?
Yeah, but who knows? And yeah, what was your question again, Nick?
it's which actor can you not separate from the characters?
Absolutely. Well, this has been fun.
Absolutely.
Nick, play us out.
It's raining tacos